fight till the night says die. FWE, where battles define every broken bone, all by design. Chained to the thrill, they let it be. Who's this ain't a game, it's FWE. FWE, where battles define every broken bone, all by design. Chained to the thrill, they let it be. This ain't a game, it's FWE. Oh, FWE with FWE. Oh, FWE with FWE.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you live from Detroit, Michigan, getting ready for tonight's PLE of FWE Resistance. We are so pleased to be able to welcome our friends from across the organization at YEW as we get ready for a night of fantasy wrestling. Members of the YWE roster against members of the FWE roster, and we are pleased as well to welcome the commentators from the other side. I'm Seth Cole. We'll soon be joined by Jack Mitchell from YEW. We've got Michael Norman, and soon we'll have Dylan Pote with us on commentary. Michael, wild one here tonight. We've crossed the borders, we've extended hands, we've shaken them, and we're getting ready for an exciting night.
Yes, so we are. But why are we in Detroit?
Why are we in Detroit? I don't know. Ask the people that book these shows. Up first, tag team action. We saw the fallout in our Go Home show 1 week ago. We've got on one side Thanos and Gunther against Jey Uso and Jack Mitchell, tag team partners from YEW.
Yeah, we've seen that. The tension building between these two, Purple Piccolo and Jack Mitchell, also known as Thanos for the Purple Piccolo part. But yeah, we've seen Thanos take the first step in just beating down Jack Mitchell one time and at the end of a match. And now Jack Mitchell looking to get his revenge here, Seth. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. And as for Gunther and Jey Uso, we know the history between them two. Gunther just see if Jack Mitchell and or Jey Uso can avoid those devastating chops.
As you mentioned, there's a lot of history involved in this tag team matchup. It goes back a long ways between Jack Mitchell and Thanos. It re-emerged after Thanos cost Jack Mitchell an opportunity at regaining back the Tri-Wizard Championship from Hulk. And now they're getting into this heated rivalry once again. We saw Thanos defeat Jack Mitchell in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Jack will look with the assistance of Jey to draw it back even 1-1 in this rivalry renewed. And what a formidable team on the other side of the ring there. Can you imagine standing across from not only Thanos, but from Gunther as well? That is a lot of strength that's going to be on one side of the ring here. We'll have to see if the quickness and agility of Jey Uso and Jack Mitchell, the energy of that tag team, will be enough to overcome it.
Not sure. Gunther doesn't have a lot of friends in this company, but for some reason to just pair up with Thanos like this is going to make things very interesting to see if they're even going to be on the same page, or if it's just going to kind of be a I'm just here for destruction type of mentality.
Pretty unannounced appearance by Gunther in our Go Home show here to Resistance as he came down, joined forces with Thanos, and then for a good portion of time they were in a 2-on-1 advantage, beating up on the former Tri-Wizard champion. You mentioned it here. I feel like this could and very well be an alliance of convenience. I feel like the egos don't necessarily mesh. I don't think necessarily either one of them are friends. They're just basically, as you said, they like destruction, and that common ground is going to, I think, be what brought the two of them here together.
I can't wait to see how this match is going to go.
Gunther calls himself the Ring General.
That was a horrible attempt.
I know. I'm not Ludwig.
And from Los Angeles,
He's the man with 1 T and 2 L's.
An individual that you've faced off in the ring against over in YEW.
Yes, I have. But I haven't matched with this persona just yet. I mean, he's got a lot of power going for him. He's got a bright future, Jack Mitchell. You know, former Tri-Wizard champion here, and God only knows what's in store for him on YEW.
As you mentioned, this new persona of Jack Mitchell, the face mask, you'll see as he makes his way by our camera here, that bright green target painted on his back, that is symbolizing the target he feels is on his back here now ever since he ended up losing the Tri-Wizard Championship, and he feels like right now the one that is zoned in on that target would be the Titan known as Thanos. These two, as we said, have a storied past. It has come to light once again, and Jack Mitchell wants to put the final nail in the coffin if he can. Obviously looking for a little bit of redemption here after falling prey to Thanos in that 2 out of 3 falls match they've recently had.
Well, we better get ready, Seth. We all know what's coming next.
Yes, we do. Mentioned it, both Jack Mitchell and Jey Uso have teamed together in the past over in the YEW organization, so there's no question about team chemistry between the two of them. You know what one of the best things about being here at the commentary table for me is, Michael?
What's that?
I don't have a match tonight. I don't need to pace myself like you do. I can eat all I want.
What makes you think I'm not?
Oh, you want to give Tony D'Angelo the upper hand?
Hey,
You're going to be too worn out to fight then.
He's going to need every advantage he can get against me. I told you, I'm going to find out and show everybody who the real family is.
Well, I said it when we heard this music hit as Jey Uso came out to the aid of Jack Mitchell in our go-home show. I'm going to relive it again here tonight. Folks, FWE has become FW Yeet!
You know, I don't know why they keep you around.
Because if I die, the organization dies.
I didn't say you had to die. I just said I was curious on why they keep you around the commentary table.
Because I'm cute.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Well, they are yeeting in Detroit as Jey Uso never hesitates to hype up a crowd. And I think in turn, the energy that he gets out of the crowd feeds into what Jey Uso's able to bring inside of the ring. Seems apropos, starters of this matchup, Thanos on one side, Jack Mitchell on the other. FWE Resistance begins with the ringing of the bell. Here we go.
I mean, we forget just how much Thanos just towers over Jack Mitchell.
Crazy, crazy height, scary height. And of course as well, we want to make sure everybody tunes in. January 25th, just a few short days from tonight. Our friends over at YEW, you'll have the link to it down in the description. The YEW 2026 Royal Rumble match on both, well, no, actually, I believe just the men's side, but also numerous matchups going to be on that card as well. Be sure to join us over there at YEW. Look at this little reversal here by Jack Mitchell.
Doesn't even get a 1 count by referee Ernest Wright, but yes, tune into that where I take on Sami Zayn for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
You've called your shot. Looking to rise to the top of the mountain in YEW once again. See if you're able to come out on top here as whoa. Oh gosh! Chair shot there from Thanos. I did forget to mention that we have been told by our FWE Commissioner Woody that we are going to get a decided winner in this matchup, so no countouts, no disqualifications. It's very unusual in a traditional tag team title match, but knowing the animosity that there is between these four, you had to know at some point more than likely was going to break down, so FW Commissioner Woody covering all those bases.
Yep, absolutely. It's now Jey Uso gets tagged into the match. Now he's taking it to Thanos. Look at that. Couple of nice uppercuts, and down he goes. Oh, but now here comes Gunther.
Here we go. YEW rivals, WWE rivals. Gunther and Jey Uso squaring off here. We ended up having history made last Saturday night on our Go Home FWE Extra episode, where we saw two YEW wrestlers face off against each other in an FWE ring with Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Now we're seeing, for the first time, two men from the YEW roster facing off here against each other. Oh, there's those chops you were talking about. Interesting point of note. I noticed that back when you had your open challenges in YEW, you never ended up having to face off against Gunther. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, that's someone who I was definitely avoiding there. I don't know if my chest can take that.
Oh, what a super kick by Jey Uso, and immediately Gunther gets back to his feet. There's a second one for good measure. Now
Kick
Jey
to the back here.
Yeah, just wearing out that lower back. That could take a lot of the power game away from Gunther. Oh, look at this.
Takes a lot. We got the crossface in. Gunther with the crossface in. And remember, it takes a lot out of you, but you also got to remember Gunther's weakness, submission moves. Gunther, for some reason, cannot stand to be in a submission for too long. So we'll see if they could take that into account in this match here tonight.
Interesting you bring that up, as now Thanos into the ring here. He's not the legal participant, but Jey gonna take to him nonetheless. Jey will not be one to back down from a fight. You know, we know that obviously Jey Uso has brought the sleeper hold into his repertoire. I'm trying to remember back. I don't think that we've necessarily seen Jack do a lot of submission moves. He's got some high offense moves, but really we've never seen him dabble into the submission realm. So be interesting to see if he adds a new kink to his resume maybe here as he gets ready to square off with Gunther and gets met with that dinosaur drop kick.
And every time I see those lines under the F and E, I think there's a weapon in the ring.
Can you use a line as a weapon?
I think there's a weapon.
Oh, Gunther with the power there brings Jack Mitchell down to the mat, cover in, and Jey Uso kick right to the dome, not going to allow that pinfall to take place.
And it tags back in Thanos now. Seems like it's almost as if Gunther just
Whoa!
Oh! Jack went for a spear and Thanos just tossed him aside like he was a piece of wood.
But a back fist is going to drop the over 7 foot tall Thanos down to the mat.
Jack may have to go to a different move if he can't seem to spear Thanos.
Where in the world is Thanos going? Oh, Thanos going underneath the ring, gonna look for another weapon. Got himself a steel chair. See how he looked right at Jack Mitchell. Oh gosh! I should have warned you, here in FWE, we should have some warning signs around for flying objects, specifically chairs.
Yeah, that happens a lot, especially over in YEW as well. Look at Thanos just taking out everybody on this team here.
Took out a back body drop for Jack Mitchell. Oh, look out, right here in front of us, right on our announce table. Power bombs Jey Uso down onto the table. Oh, ducked by Jey. That clothesline ducked. Neck breaker on the outside again. No count to disqualification, so a referee Ernest Wright just watching on for the time being. Jey trying to deliver as much punishment on the outside of the ring as possible to Thanos.
Get as much damage as you possibly can done. To weaken your opponent, be able to pin him faster, get this match over with. Jey working on the neck the neck area where there's a pressure point on the neck that can pretty much make your arms useless if you hold on to it for too long.
It's just the opening matchup here tonight, as we're going to see world champions going up against world champions from both YEW and FWE. We've got some grudge matches to settle out here as well. Michael, you yourself going to be a leader of a family against a leader of a family as you made that open challenge to Tony D'Angelo a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and we've seen how that family's gone since I've made that open challenge.
Well, I mean, to be fair, your family has gone from 4 down to 2.
I mean, yes, that is true. But I kicked out the riffraff. We don't need any of that negativity in the family. I got the one guy who stayed loyal to me, and that's all I need for right now.
Jack Mitchell's now the legal participant here, tagged in by Jey Uso. There's the sling blade! From out of nowhere, the sling blade on Thanos. Is that going to be enough to do it? Yes, it will!
And just like that, Jack Mitchell picks up the victory for his team.
That devastating
he'd
sling
have to go
blade.
for another move if we couldn't get the spear.
Absolutely. Hits that sling blade. Mitchell now draws it even 1-1 between him and Thanos. You got to think at some point they're going to have a rubber match, but that's got to feel good as Mitchell and Uso stand tall tonight. And up next, we get ourselves ready for a 6-woman tag team matchup. It's Disney Strong Style with Esmeralda and Kita. They join with Io Sky on the other side. It's Toxic Attraction with the high-flying Hall of Famer in Lita.
The most unlikeliest of tag teams I think I'd ever think I'd see in real life.
Interesting combination for sure, but should be an interesting one in our second match here tonight. We want to welcome our colleague Jack Mitchell back here to the announce table. Congratulations on that victory here, that opening tag team matchup against Thanos and Gunther. That had to feel good hitting that sling blade.
It really did. I'm a little bit sore. It was a pretty brutal matchup, but you know what? We got the W. I'm pretty excited, but I'm sure you probably would have brought it up on commentary once or twice. There probably is going to be a third chapter of this rivalry here.
We absolutely did document that. We also want to welcome to the announce table from YEW our colleague Dylan Pote. Dylan, we're getting ready here now for what should be an interesting one as we cross those lines from YEW to FWE. How about a legend going to be in the FWE ring here tonight?
They came back at a perfect time to show up for this. Thanks for having me, guys, and getting to see one of my all-time favorite female wrestlers ever, Lita, teaming up with Kim Possible and Shigo. So this should be an interesting matchup.
Now let's explain how this matchup came about. It really kind of, in a sense, stems from the rivalry that has begun between Toxic Attraction, that being Kim Possible and Shigo, and Disney Strong Style with Esmeralda and Kita. We have to go back to that female fighting championship matchup, that ladder matchup where we saw Esmeralda hit white noise from the top of the ladder on Shigo to become the new female fighting champion. The tag teams have joined together. Now, Kim Possible and Shigo, they've enlisted the help of Lita since a lot of their match moves, including the Swanton Bomb, are used inside of the ring. On the other side, Disney Strong Style, they're all about the high flying, the strong kicks, the strong punches. That's what Io Sky brings to the table. So pretty much these tag teams bringing on an FWE wrestler that matches their type of wrestling styles.
Absolutely, and you'd of course be remiss to mention the Women's Disney Tag Team Championships that are currently around the belts of these two. Again, we talked at multiple times about how the fact that they have these tag team titles means that the floodgates are essentially open, because when the Disney Queens held the titles, there were so many teams that were locked out of competing for those titles until they changed hands, and now that they have changed hands, I feel like in the coming weeks we're going to see a bloodbath to determine the new #1 contenders.
I don't know why, but hearing this theme song makes me want some tacos.
It doesn't make you feel like reading some moon crystals?
Nope, I just want tacos.
Esmeralda, of course, a double champion as well, with the Hero of China Female Fighting Championship around her waist.
Second woman to hold the Female Fighting Championship and a tag team title at the same time. Nebula was the very first to do so.
Gone a bit back and done some research too. That's happened a few times on the men's side as well. Cusco held the Cruiserweight title and the men's tag team title.
And representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
The genius
How
of
about
the
this?
Sky.
The genius of the Io Sky, who just hollered.
Somebody was excited to see Io Sky. I mean, I'm excited for this too. I mean, this matchup right here, if the last one didn't teach you enough, this one should teach you about how insane this PLE is going to be. Like we've talked about, the collaboration between FWE and YEW, seeing all these wrestlers cross over and having some dream matchups here. Io is one of the most electric wrestlers on the women's side of things too. I'm really excited to see her in action here.
Yeah, to my knowledge, Io Sky and Lita don't have any rivalry with each other. Tremendous respect, but I think that basically we're going to get an opportunity to maybe see a bit of a dream match here if both are in the ring at the same time, just based on the fact that they were asked by these respective tag teams to join them in this 6-woman tag team matchup, and they agreed.
What's to make this very interesting to watch and see, too. Kim Possible starting things out.
Talked about that grueling matchup there that Esmeralda had, that ladder match with Shigo. There's no way that either one of them can be at 100% in this matchup, so I would assume that Kim Possible and Lita may do a lot of the heavy lifting for their side, Kita and Io Sky on the other side.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that Esmeralda's even starting the matchup considering what happened in that. I mean, that white noise from the top of the ladder was just brutal. Cheap shots there from Esmeralda while Kim Possible's down. Enziguri there too.
Taking out Shigo, tried to take out Lita to be able to eliminate anyone Kim Possible could possibly tag there. Tried to bring her over here to the opposite corner. Kim Possible going to fight out of it. Discus forearm.
I would have dropped her too.
I say I
Esmeralda's
drops
down.
her right off her feet.
There's those debilitating kicks. Bit of a Shining Wizard, modified Shining Wizard
Goes
to
for the
finish that
cover.
off.
Goes for the cover here. It only gets a 1 count.
Great kick out at 1. And I mean, we talked about how Esmeralda probably not at 100% after that ladder match. So I feel like it might be a little bit smart to go into that cover early as here comes Lita. Oh!
Jawbreaker right out of the gate there by Lita. And now we got Lita and Kita. I don't know why that sounds funny to say, but it does. It almost sounds like a Nickelodeon show. Lita and Kita.
We're probably going to trip over the names
sounds
once
like
or twice.
bread.
A bread?
It's not pita bread, it's
This
Kita
is the
bread.
way we needed the Kita.
Hate that was so funny.
Big clothesline there from Kita.
Lita
Member
quickly
of
back up
Disney
to her feet
Strong
though.
Style.
So what if we had a tag team of Kita and Peta from Hunger Games?
Oh gosh. I mean, we do have Katniss Everdeen on the FWE roster. We don't have Peta though.
Too rich for you guys?
I guess so.
You're going to see some tag team work in action here between the members of Disney Strong Style. Nice elbow from the top rope. Assisted by Kita. Esmeralda, the legal participant. Now she's going up top.
Drops the knee right across the forehead of Lita. Doesn't go for the cover, however. Oh, and that might have cost her. She went for the springboard crossbody, came up empty. Another jawbreaker from Lita.
Oh man, these jawbreakers are brutal.
Ed and Eddie could tell you that.
It's ironic you say that. Ed and Eddie actually do have that as their finishing move.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, the arm drag.
Cover
Cover
here
is
by
in.
Lita on Esmeralda, and Io Sky going to make sure to break that up from that camera angle. It almost looked like Esmeralda's foot could have been under the bottom rope, but referee Ernest Wright apparently saw it clear and began that 3 count.
Optical illusions, my friend.
Or old man eyes if it's me.
That works too.
With a strength of Esmeralda. Might have been going for a suplex. Lita able to slide back of that and chop block to Esmeralda. Another chop breaker.
Oh,
Gosh.
man.
Is
These
Esmeralda going to have
jawbreakers-
any teeth when this is done?
Probably not. I mean, these are some dangerous moves, so definitely wearing out that head area, that jaw area as well. Oh!
That matchup we had earlier, that tag team matchup, there were no disqualifications or countouts. That's not the case here in this 6-woman tag team match. You see referee on his right beginning the 3 count here. But count out or disqualification would count just as much as a pinfall or a submission. As Lita gonna make her way back into the ring, and halfway to that 10 count, Esmeralda back in.
I thought she was thinking about a tag for a moment, but instead,
Not sure exactly what to call that, but it ended in a slam.
oh,
And
here
here
we
we go.
The dream match is on.
This is what
Here
we've
we
been
go.
waiting for.
Got to get out of the ring there. Remember, watch out for the referee's 5 count.
A Hall of Famer versus a future Hall of Famer. Both women's champions in their own right.
And I guess Lita's had enough.
Kim Possible gonna make her way in. Oh!
Oh!
Might have been going for the pump kick, and Io Sky's drop kick connected first.
Connected a little bit, but had little effect on Kim because she was able to fight back, and now off of the Irish whip.
Oh,
What a shot to the head.
gosh! Did you hear that echo through the arena?
Shots to the head are brutal. Now more kicks. That's going to leave Io down. I think Shigo at this point is the only one who hasn't been legal. Wonder if Kim Possible was thinking about changing that. She has Io stuck in the corner. Lita went for a cheap shot. Didn't connect.
Double
That
stop.
attack though did.
Here's the tag, Lita back in. Yeah, to your point, I mean, we talked about the fact that Shigo took that massive fall via white noise from the top of the ladder to the canvas. You know, we don't know what extent of possible injury she might have sustained there. And that might be a big reason why they're keeping her on the outside, at least for the time being, not wanting her to have to carry a large amount of the work here. Wow, what an uppercut
Massive
by Io
uppercut.
Sky. Is that going to be enough? No, Shigo going to break that up.
Shigo decided, I'll do it myself. I'll get into the ring and break up this cover, but now she's got to get out. She's going to risk getting counted out.
Lita now in the wrong part of town. Tag from Io to Kita. Oh, Lita gonna fight out of it though, trying to get back over to her corner. Kita gonna cut the ring off.
Kita in control. A shot from Lita from underneath, and now, oh,
Twist of fate. Cover in, is this gonna be enough? No! Kick out at 2 by Kita.
Lita's reaction, she can't believe it.
Very rarely see anyone kick out of the twist of fate. Harley Quinn has adapted that move. We call it the twist of hate here in FWE, and very rarely do we see anybody able to kick out before the referee's hand comes down for 3. Kita, a lot of fight in her there, is now, oh boy, here we go, Jack. The most overused move in fantasy. Well, okay, fine, Kita, I won't say the whole
To
line.
finish the sentence.
That's what you get. Sorry, I'm just all over the place today. I'm mesmerized by the women in this match. I mean, you know how I get over in YEW. I need to add more women to the family.
Hot tag is made. Esmeralda's legal. These two, they've had the history. We saw them in that ladder match for the Female Fighting Championship not that long ago, and we keep referencing the white noise off the top of the ladder.
And again, let's remember the circumstances of that matchup. A rare occasion, well, I can't even say rare, it never did happen before. Wes, hang on, here's the cover here by Esmeralda, looking to get the victory on Shigo, and Lita will break it up, but it was the first time ever that we saw the Female Fighting Championship defended in a one-on-one matchup. It's normally multi-women matchups. As interesting submission move there. Almost had like the leg locked around the throat region while wrenching on the neck.
Definitely a historic moment there. We haven't seen that title. That title was known as the one versus all championship in the past, I think, something
Yep,
along
you're
those
correct.
lines. And You know, it really still, even though the name is different, it still has that implication about it that it's a free-for-all title. So the fact that we saw Esmeralda earn a one-on-one opportunity for that title was huge, and she definitely made the most of it. Shigo, though, is fighting hard in this one.
Ishinobu driver to Io Sky, and now going to rein in the palm strikes. You see Io trying to cover up. A couple of those might have connected.
Stomp to the arm.
Oh, wow, what a kick there to the side of the head by Io Sky. Dropping Shigo to the mat. Shigo, I think, might have been looking for a tag on Kim Possible. Io not going to allow it. Oh, what a transition into a suplex.
That was insane.
That's
but now
kick.
Shigo quickly gets back to her feet and hits that kick.
That was almost like a bro kick.
Oh, Io Sky guillotining Kim Possible there on the top rope. Look at this. Shigo going
Another
after
one.
Kita. Spear from Io to Lita. They're trying to wipe each other's corners out.
He's going after the tag team partners. I'm not sure if Shigo's going to realize that Esmeralda's the legal participant, because while all that was going on, Io got the tag in.
Oh, and Kim Possible again speared off of the apron. Io going to make sure that Shigo goes in. Oh, I think Esmeralda went for a crossbody on the other side and missed.
I think it was reversed.
Oh! Roundhouse kick turns out the lights of Lita. Kim Possible looking for a tag here. Esmeralda back in. Can Shigo get to her partner? No.
Ripped in the wrong part of the ring, and now, oh man, those shots, those kicks to the back of the head are brutal.
That's what Disney Strong Style's all about. Double knees to the back in the corner. Springboard moonsault. Esmeralda rolling against the woman she faced off against in that ladder match for the Female Fighting Championship, and Kim Possible gets involved. Esmeralda drops to the outside.
Oh, what a punch. Oh, that looked a little familiar.
On fire. I mean, honestly, I feel like she would make the most of a world championship opportunity. She got it. Are you kidding
Super
me?
kick, lights out by Shigo, and that's the only way that pin was going to get broken up, was with the interference of Kim Possible.
Get Shigo out of here and get her to the medical room immediately. I mean, her skull is probably in pieces right now. I don't know how she's fighting back.
Kim Possible to the outside, courtesy of Io Sky. Irish whipped off the ropes. Ooh, might have been looking for a belly-to-belly overhead suplex. Esmeralda had it scouted, fights out of that situation.
I was trying to say, Esmeralda, I feel like if she got a world championship opportunity, or in this case we call it the Women's Universal title, she would do the most of it.
Wow, we got fighting outside the ring here right now. They're really keeping Kim Possible out there. Oh, look at this.
Not sure exactly what Esmeralda hit there on the top rope. Our camera was focused on the outside, but now locking in almost a modified crossface there in the center of the ring.
We've got a war on the ringside here, so if this ends up in a pinfall or submission or something like that, there's not really anybody to tag in except right here. Well, as I say that,
she just tagged Kita, and Kita didn't know her back was turned.
It took her a second to realize, to register in her brain that she was the legal participant. This is just more and more punishment for Shigo.
You do have Lita there on the other side. If Shigo needs to make a tag, Kim Possible and Io Sky, they're still tied up with each other right now. Wrenching in on that arm is Kita. Double knees to the back. Looks like now we've gotten a little sense of order here. Looks like all four women have made their way back up onto their respective corners on the apron. And this is kind of, I think, when we were talking about, Jack, why they were, for the most part, keeping Shigo. Oh, miscalculation there by Kita, but I think this is why they were keeping Shigo on the apron. This punishment she's enduring, we're seeing that she's getting worn down quickly, still has to be feeling the effects of that ladder match.
And she's had a very difficult time working her way back into her team's corner to try to get a tag. I mean, I feel like if it weren't for all that ringside fighting, her tag team partners would be a lot more fresh. But she hits that knee, and now she's finally going to be able to get a tag, and here comes Lita.
Uh-oh, we know Lita's not afraid to fly! Into the drop zone for the suicide dive. Lita drops Kita on the outside.
Referee starting to count there. Got to watch out for that count.
This is
been an incredible 6-woman tag match, that's for sure. Oh, she went to do something to Io, and Io reversed it.
Knee right to the side of the head there.
Uh-oh.
Thought maybe Kita could be looking maybe for a pop rocks or something there. Instead brings Lita over to the corner. Now just laying in those debilitating shots with those knees. You mentioned, Jack, about the fact the floodgates are opened in the women's tag team division now. No longer the Disney Queens with the tag team titles, but we do understand that Rapunzel and Belle, they will get a tag team title rematch at some point here in the next couple weeks.
That'll be something definitely worth keeping an eye on, too, because of all the teams that were knocked out of the title picture. Oh, my goodness. These two exchanging massive blows.
Oh, look at this!
Oh, roll up.
Roll up! Roll up here by Shigo on Kita, and only a 1 count, but almost was able to steal one there.
That was close.
Of course, Disney Strong Style, the current women's tag team champions. Esmeralda, the current female fighting champion. On the other side, here's a cover off that forearm there by Kita. Cover on Shigo, and Lita will break it up at 2. On the other side, you've got former tag team champions and Lita and make that in Kim Possible and Shigo a former female fighting champion. I'm not sure why Kita was going for the code of silence. Lita is not the legal participant here.
It's to wear Lita out. I mean, she's not going to be in good condition if she gets tagged into the matchup. Oh, we could be seeing some tag team chemistry right now.
Here we go. The Genius of the Sky is going to fly.
Oh.
My gosh, you see the hang time on that shoulder tackle.
You know, Sky used to moves like that all the time. She was in her home territory there. Something else I'm noticing, too, is that Kim Possible's calling for the tag, but Io Sky's in the way.
Io playing to the crowd here in Detroit. Was wondering if maybe she was wasting a little bit of time there, but still in control of Shigo, and this may not be good.
No, this is going to be nasty, as she might be thinking about some kind of a move from off the top rope.
Oh gosh, what is she gonna plan from up there? Oh, what a Spanish fly from the top!
That was absolutely crazy, and I told you any of these wrestlers could do moves like that.
Oh, she's not done.
Oh, here we go.
The Genius of the Sky hits the moonsault.
To put it away. Over in the corner, is that enough?
Yes, it is.
What a move by Io Sky, a combination of moves. And Io Sky and Disney Strong Style stand tall tonight at Resistance.
Io Sky showing exactly what she is known for. That was an incredible performance from her and the members of the current Disney Tag Team Champions on the women's side, Disney Strong Style. What a match.
What a match indeed. We're just getting started here tonight. Up next, it's the Women's Universal Champion from FWE taking on the Women's Champion from YEW. It's Poison Ivy versus Rhea Ripley next.
Clash on Coruscant, sparks in the air, blades ignite and no one's spared. The towers tremble, the ground will shake. In the heart of chaos, a legend we make.
And of course, going to be our next PLE here in FWE, but now we get ready to put the top of the women's division at the forefront of your screens as Poison Ivy, the Women's Universal Champion in FWE, gets ready for what may be her toughest task yet.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing Havoc from parts unknown, the Women's Universal Champion, Ivy!
We've seen Poison Ivy win the title and retain it against the likes of Mulan. She took on Cruella de Vil, most recently took on her teammate from the Gotham Inmates, Harley Quinn. She has turned back all the challengers so far. The title is not on the line on either fronts this evening, but there is a lot of pride and maybe a nice little check mark on the resume at stake here for both women in this matchup.
I want to ask you a question. If you remember a few FWE episodes ago when Rhea Ripley entered the ring after Poison Ivy retained the Universal title, did you hear the noise that the crowd made?
Oh, yes.
I mean, that should tell you how excited we are for this matchup. It's our first of a few champion versus champion matchups.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to be a little distracted during this match.
Just a little?
What?
Just a little bit?
Huh?
From Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's Champion,
It's Mommy!
See the WWE Women's Championship that she currently holds over in YEW, so again, the championship pedigree in this matchup, it's big. These are big name competitors.
You know, when we end up looking at YEW versus YEW wrestlers or FWE versus FWE wrestlers, it's easy to be able to maybe pick a favorite or figure out who might have the advantage. But when you take two women that are at the top of their game from two different organizations, it's so difficult to figure out, even with the different varying of styles. How well are they going to conflict or mesh? Who's got the upper hand mentally, physically? Right now, I'm not exactly sure which way we would swing. I think maybe the power game would certainly go in the favor of Rhea Ripley. Maybe the athleticism, a little bit of unpredictability in Poison Ivy. But the one thing these two have in common is they've had challenge after challenge after challenge, and they've turned all challengers back.
Absolutely, and I mean, that was kind of the case that you could make as well with the former Women's Universal Champion in FWE, that being Elizabeth Swann, but she... I'm getting my timeline. I just want to make sure I have my timeline right. She lost that title to Mulan at Paramount, and then that title went into the hands of Poison Ivy, who is very, very quickly, by the way. That's kind of the one thing that we talk about a lot with Poison Ivy, is that she made her name for herself very quickly in FWE.
The fans chanting Rhea's gonna kill you. I mean, it's very possible.
They're chanting, "Let's go, mommy." Michael, you're going to join in? You're still distracted.
Huh?
That's what I thought.
There's the answer.
Of course, as well, we want to make sure everybody knows that our friends here from YEW Royal Rumble, going to be taking place in just a few short days on January the 25th, in which Rhea Ripley will be putting the WWE Women's Championship on the line against Tiffany Stratton. So with a title defense so close here on the horizon, you gotta think that Rhea Ripley's gonna want to work fast here against Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of the case for both of these competitors. I mean, you know that obviously the spectacle of a champion versus champion match is absolutely massive, but we may not know right now of any future title defenses that Poison Ivy may have, but you want to make sure that you're at 100%. Oh, Poison
wow.
Ivy.
Right here in front of us, almost bouncing off of this covering on our announce desk after getting Irish whipped over here by Rhea Ripley. Referee administering that 10 count here, and Rhea doing as much damage with these outside the ring objects, those steel steps, as she can before depositing Ivy back in here before that 10 count's reached.
So I got up to a count of 6 before both competitors ended up back in the ring. We're certainly going to showboat a little bit here, and I mean, she's not necessarily thinking about working quickly in that moment, but you never know.
Ripley to the top, misses with the splash there. And Poison Ivy, I don't think I'd be showboating right now. That could be maybe that lack of experience for Poison Ivy. We mentioned she's quite young in terms of her appearances here on FWE. Was brought in by Harley Quinn back around the time of Paramount. She's been very impressive in her very few matchups here in FWE. Obviously has risen to the top very quickly, but I think a little bit of that inexperience still coming into play as abdominal stretch here by Rhea Ripley. Michael, I gotta ask you, obviously, as the resident YEW guy, for Poison Ivy, this would be a huge thing to put on her resume for future title challenges that she has. For Rhea Ripley, what would this mean for her to be able to pick up this victory, especially with that title defense coming up here at the Royal Rumble?
Be more to just assert dominance in a way, you know, show that to show Tiffany Stratton, who I'm sure is watching this, you know, that, hey, it's not going to be no easy pickings for you at the Royal Rumble.
Springboard moonsault there. Shoulders are down, and Rhea gets the shoulders back up before even a 1 count.
Running theme in both YEW and FWE. Referee's a little slow to get there and see if the shoulders are down.
Nice knee to the head, though. Poison Ivy in full control of this matchup.
We saw Poison Ivy take time to showboat and opened up the door for Rhea Ripley. If she does that again, you can be guaranteed Mommy will be willing to capitalize.
Absolutely.
Saw that strength right there. The pop-up into the air, bad landing for Poison Ivy. Gut first down into the canvas, and now just laying in those forearms to the lower back. Oh gosh!
And the strength of Rhea Ripley on display.
Nothing fancy about that, just a simple throw across the ring. Clothesline in the corner there by Poison Ivy. Rhea Ripley dropped down to the canvas, and Poison Ivy removing that top turnbuckle there.
It's the sort of thing that we would expect from Poison Ivy, too. She's willing to dish out as much punishment as she possibly can, and we know her very well for that Ivy Vine submission.
Member of the Gotham Inmates, you know, they have that mentality, by hook or by crook, get the gold, keep the gold. He, of course, knows well as laying in the left hands there. We at least know that the Gotham Inmates, they'll have a chance at maybe being the #1 contenders for the men's tag team titles, as they, along with the Disciples of Darkness. Big clothesline. Is this going to be enough to put away Rhea Ripley for Poison Ivy here? No, kick out at 1. We know the Disciples of Darkness and the Gotham Inmates, they'll be in tag team action here in the next couple of weeks, trying to be the #1 contenders for the men's Disney tag team titles. Again, a kick out at 1, and Poison Ivy saying, what do I have to do to put Rhea Ripley away?
That's the second lion salt, as the referee now begins to put the turnbuckle back on.
Gotta be smart. You gotta pay attention. You gotta know when the referee's looking so that you can go for the cover and the referee won't miss it.
Ooh, nice go behind reversal by Rhea Ripley, and now Poison Ivy in all sorts of trouble.
Dropped right on her face. Rhea gonna go into the cover.
Rhea looking to put Poison Ivy away, and almost got the 3. Now the frustration settling in to Rhea Ripley.
That was almost it.
Oh, and there you see that frustration. Yeah, there you see the frustration. No, that's your PLE, Michael. In 3 days, that's when that'll be in effect.
Well, for the men's side, anyways.
True. But I think this is some of that frustration there for Rhea Ripley. Hey, if I can't get it done on the inside of the ring, let me utilize the outside of the ring here to do a little bit of damage, and then see if I can put Poison Ivy away. This is that veteran experience there. And again, there's no championship on the line as well, so you can utilize as much of this 10 count as you want to. Your title's not going to be lost in the balance of it.
I mean, that's absolutely true, but I mean, who wants to see a champion versus champion match end in a count out?
No, true.
Even if there's nothing on the line but pride, you want to see it come to an end the right way.
Well, you got to think, too, a count out victory be a little bit tainted for whoever ends up winning this matchup. It's not the same as if you were able to put somebody away for the 1, 2, 3, and Rhea again takes to the sky, crashes and burns with the splash attempt.
Poison Ivy going to look to take full advantage of that. And drag Rhea away from the ropes, make sure she's right in the middle of the ring. I think she might be thinking about the Ivy Vine, if she's able to get her in position.
Oh no, instead, looking for the giant swing. This is how she put Cruella de Vil away when Cruella challenged her for the Universal Championship. Is that gonna be enough? Cover in on Rhea Ripley. Could be the biggest win of Poison Ivy's career, and a kick out at 2!
Almost.
Oh!
That was absolutely crazy.
Oh, you called it, Jack. Here it is. Ivy Vine locked in, right in the center of the ring. Nowhere for Rhea Ripley to go.
And she might have let go.
Oh, got Rhea hoisted up. Might be looking for that cutter. The Rack Attack 2.0.
This has got to be it. Shoulders are down, cover is in.
And Poison Ivy will pick up the victory. What a massive win for her in her young career here in FWE.
Here is your winner.
Absolutely, and you know Tiffany Stratton's got to be watching this.
Stratton's got to have a smile from ear to ear. Seeing Rhea Ripley coming into the Royal Rumble on a losing streak, as Tiffany Stratton will look in 3 days' time to be the new WWE Women's Champion. Well, Michael, we'll see you in just a little bit. Best of luck, as he's going to be heading backstage in preparation. It's the leader of one family against the leader of the other. It's Norman versus Tony D'Angelo up next on Resistance.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 296 pounds, Michael Norton. Making his way
Well,
to the
Michael
ring
Norman
from
of the family here in FWE. He put out the open challenge back at Saturday night at Springfield to take on Tony D'Angelo. It's interesting here, Jack, because it's two leaders of factions that are, in a sense, kind of falling apart. They're not what they once was. All the infighting, the backstabbing that has gone on with Tony D'Angelo's family. Of course, we now have seen in these past couple of months, Anthony McCrory, he ended up getting pretty much fired, if you will, deleted from the family. Cole Eastwood walked as well. Michael Norman down to just himself and Matt McIntyre, but I've been hearing some interesting things here from Michael on commentary. It's hard to tell if he might be recruiting or scouting, but it sounds like we may not be done with the family here in FWE.
That's a fantastic point. I've gone ahead and watched back some of those recordings of those matches that I was in while Michael was on commentary, and it's interesting to hear how he's been talking on the phone with some people.
the D'Angelo family from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 240 pounds, Tony D'Angelo.
Letting our ring announcer Mike Rum finish his job there, but yeah, Michael Norman might be doing a little bit of recruiting here.
You know, under normal circumstances, we would normally see Stacks coming out here alongside of the Don, but of course, we mentioned about the backstabbing there. Stacks no longer a part of the family. He's been a thorn in the side of Tony D'Angelo. And for Michael Norman, he's coming out here alone because Matt McIntyre is actually in action later on tonight, as we'll see the mid-card title holders from FWE taking on the mid-card title holders from YEW in fatal four-way action. So both of these leaders going to have to go it alone here in one-on-one action. Who is the better family leader will be the question in this one.
We're going to find out right now, and immediately Tony D'Angelo with a DDT on the Michael Norman.
You look at both of these individuals, pretty similar in size and stature as well, so it might be difficult to pick a winner in terms of advantage here. Both of them look like they could be carbon copies almost of each other.
I feel like Michael Norman might have styled his fighting style and his techniques based off of Tony D'Angelo, considering, you know, they're in very similar circumstances. And we talk as well about both of the factions falling apart. Of course, the family here in FWE has taken some hits as of late, but they were victorious over their now former members known as the Rockers in that backstage brawl that we saw at Fallout. Look at
Matt
D'Angelo
McIntyre still
again.
holds the U.S. Championship as well.
He does. you mentioned, we'll see him later tonight. I mean, this is just such a stacked PLE because of all the matches that are on the card and the storylines that'll be moving forward as well, both across FWE and YEW. And I mean, our world championship is on the line in tonight's main event.
It absolutely is, as we had RJ Bishop cash in his All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal Christmas Wish. He has decided to go for the top. He has decided to try and take the Tri-Wizard Championship from Hulk, and we've documented this tonight in that main event. There will be a special guest referee from the YEW roster. We don't know who it's been, but we have been assured by our FW Commissioner Woody, it is someone that knows a lot about maintaining law and order, which is exactly what we're going to need in that main event matchup.
Absolutely. The action here has gone ringside. These two exchanging blows now. Norman going to be the first one back inside the ring.
Now, I'm not all that well versed in the Italian community, the mafia, anything like that, but I assume that when you end up having two families that are at odds with each other, you don't want to get in the middle of it. So if I'm referee Ernest Wright, I'm giving these guys quite a bit of space.
Roll up here and a kick out at one. I mean, yeah, I think before one actually, yeah, you've got a fantastic point. You do not, I think really in any case, regardless of whether or not it's the mafia, just don't get in the way of any kind of war like this.
Actually, I did a little misrepresentation there. That's our referee John Cohn there from YEW that is refereeing this matchup.
You can go some further collaboration there. Have some referees from both sides.
Nice hip toss there by Tony D'Angelo, looking to put Michael Norman away. John Cohn took a little bit of time getting over there to make sure that right shoulder was down. Michael plenty of time to kick out before count of one. Mike seeing things, it almost looks like Michael's busted open there on the right side of his face.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure what did it, but Michael looks a little bit cut open right above his eye. Look at how he was able to recover from being draped over that middle rope, and now Irish whip.
Wow.
Scoop slam.
The power of Michael Norman on display, and now oh, look at that. From a dead weight, just hoists Tony D'Angelo's body up above his head. That is incredible strength.
That's a massive drop. I've been on the receiving end of those in my battles with Thanos in the past. It's not pretty when you're falling that quickly, face first onto the ring mat.
You know, it's interesting. We had Michael here on commentary during your matchup. You're here during his matchup. The two of you have faced off against each other over in YEW when you answered one of his open challenges. You know, what's it like being inside of the ring with Michael Norman?
You know, he brings the power game. Look at that. See, my point being proven right there. The power game is definitely something that he excels at, and he's a really smart wrestler as well. He knows what he's doing inside the ring. His IQ is insane, so he's no easy opponent.
Michael Norman, a former Intercontinental Champion here in FWE. He will be fighting as a dominator on the outside. As he documented, he will be fighting Sami Zayn in 3 days' time when we get to YEW Royal Rumble. Michael looking to win the World Championship in that federation once again. And an interesting point of note as well, you know, these last couple of months we've been seeing some mind games. We heard an open challenge of some kind, or a warning from The Undertaker. We're not exactly sure what all that entails, but you know, Michael and The Undertaker have a storied past, and it sounds like The Undertaker isn't ready to let sleeping dogs lie.
That's absolutely the case. I mean, I feel like that sort of thing is existing here between me and Thanos and FWE. I mean, that Iron Man match we had, that was all the way back in the 5th episode, and he's still not over it. It's the reason we had that fight a few weeks ago. It's the reason we had that fight tonight.
Cover here by Tony D'Angelo on Michael Norman. I believe both individuals have been busted open. That just shows the lengths that these two are willing to go to show who is the better leader of their respective families.
The meaning behind this war might go deeper than we realize. Michael, look, it's the end of days.
End of days connects. Is that going to be enough for Michael to put Tony D'Angelo away? Indeed it will. Michael stands tall here tonight at Resistance.
Fantastic shot.
Oh no! Oh no, it's The Undertaker! Oh gosh, he turned around into the devastating choke slam!
Undertaker's here.
Oh my gosh. I've got chills.
What did we just witness?
Michael Norman victorious tonight at Resistance, but on the receiving end of a choke slam from The Undertaker. Up next after this quick break, it's the Wayfinder Cruiser Champion Carson Gum against the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre. We saw McIntyre fire a warning shot a couple weeks ago. Can Carson fight back?
Clash on Coruscant, sparks in the air, blades ignite and no one's spared. The towers tremble, the ground will shake. In the heart of chaos, a legend we make. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Global Cruiserweight Champion, the Violent and
Well, under normal circumstances here tonight, we would have had our world champion Hulk taking on the YEW world champion Drew McIntyre. But Hulk has other things he has to worry about here tonight with RJ Bishop in our main event. So the task falls to the cruiserweight champion Carson Gum to try and take on the Scottish Psychopath. But let's bear in mind here, Jack, Carson's had to go through a number of big individuals, specifically Hagrid, back when he was trying to get into the #1 contendership for the Cruiserweight title at Paramount.
Absolutely. So Carson definitely knows what it's like to wrestle with larger individuals tonight. But of course, we talk about this deceptive strength all the time, but I don't think he's ever had to prepare for anyone like the Scottish Warrior.
and his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Well, during the last month or so, we have seen individuals from the YEW roster make their way into FWE weekly episodes. Drew McIntyre was the first one, so to speak, to kick that door down as he would interfere at the end of a matchup between Carson Gum and Levi McIntyre. He would lay out both individuals, sending a message to Carson Gum in preparation for tonight's one-on-one matchup.
It almost makes me wonder if Levi might potentially get himself involved in this matchup as well, because that's a little bit of a receipt that he owes Drew McIntyre.
It's a good point. Also bear in mind here, Levi McIntyre certainly has himself in the status for a #1 contendership for the Cruiserweight Championship. He was the winner of a triple threat eliminator match, picked up the victory. It wasn't against Carson Gum, so they had a one-on-one matchup the following week, and Levi was able to tap out the champion. So you gotta think that Levi McIntyre has eyes on this matchup here tonight, as he may have a future date with Carson Gum for the Cruiserweight belt.
We don't have confirmation of it yet, but I would imagine that a fight like that might end up taking place at some point soon, perhaps at our next PLE. Or one of our next PLEs.
And that next PLE would be Clash at Coruscant. That'll be on February the 19th. Our last step before we end up getting to Power Up there, our new iteration, if you will, of Money in the Bank. And we've seen so far, I hate to keep harping on this. I know this is a touchy subject for you, but we've seen both of the individuals that won the very first Money in the Banks be able to successfully cash in those briefcases. It's almost a guaranteed title shot, and you can take advantage of the situation, cash in whenever you want. So it'll be really interesting to watch once we get to Clash of Coruscant and past that, those qualifying matchups, see who's going to be participating in those respective ladder matches on both the men's and the women's side.
I can tell you for certain that I've had my eye on those matchups. As you see that neck breaker there by Drew McIntyre on the Carson Gum. Took a lot out of both competitors. Oh, Carson, I thought Drew was maybe thinking about the Claymore, but instead just going to taunt him a little bit and then hit that clothesline going right into the cover.
It's going to be enough to put Carson away, and Carson going to power out at one, but you see him holding his chest. That was a debilitating blow there in the corner by Drew McIntyre. Yeah, I guess if you're Carson Gum, be wary of anybody with the last name McIntyre right now, Drew or Levi.
Regardless of whether it's spelled with a Y or an I.
Big clothesline there by Drew. Of course, Drew has that power game advantage here, but as we mentioned, Carson's been deceptively powerful. Some of the things he's been able to do just like this. You wouldn't expect it out of somebody his size, but he is able to find the strength somewhere as a suspended vertical suplex to Drew McIntyre. Cover in here, and referee Ernest Wright saying that looked like maybe his left foot might have been underneath that bottom rope.
Yeah, I think what happened was maybe not that, but Drew McIntyre's foot might have hit the rope when it was being lifted by Carson Gum.
Reverse DDT there by Carson. You think Drew might have taken Carson a little too lightly here?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like that feels almost par for the course, though, for Drew McIntyre. It feels like he's taken a lot of his competitors a lot lighter than he probably should, because he feels as though he is one of the strongest and, most tough fighters on the roster over in YEW. And, he absolutely is, but I feel like the ego is so big as well, to the point where he sometimes will take an opponent too lightly.
Carson won the Wayfinder Cruiserweight title from Harry Potter back at the Showcase of the Immortals, FWE Paramount. Successfully defended it against Kyle Matthews at the following PLE at Fallout, and now would love to add a win over Drew McIntyre to his resume here. For Drew McIntyre be an opportunity. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we get them all? The most overused move in fantasy wrestling entertainment. We got them all because nobody was able to interfere.
Exactly. We had it broken up last time, but this time it's a one-on-one match, so everybody's going to break it up those 10 beats.
Certainly not the first time that Drew McIntyre has been on the receiving end of that. Is certain he's been hit with that a time or two by fellow Celtic Connection member Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre has actually delivered that himself as well. I remember that he was involved in doing it during that War Games match against the Bloodline.
Look at Carson. Oh, man.
Running power slam on the outside. Referee at a count of 5. I'm sure Carson wouldn't mind taking a count of victory here against Drew McIntyre, rather than suffer the wrath of the Scottish Warrior anymore.
I mean, the people don't like the idea of a count out being the result of a champion versus champion match. You did say earlier it would be kind of a tainted victory because no pinfall or submission. Look out here.
Oh my gosh! Drew McIntyre with a pile driver on Carson Gum.
I did not know, but it also kind of doesn't surprise me that Drew McIntyre is willing to go to the lengths of hitting a pile driver. That was so short. I completely forgot the point I was making.
Now up and down with the power bomb. That could be it if Drew decided to go for the cover, which he doesn't. Carson trying to use the ropes to bring himself back up to a vertical base, but those boots to the chest by Drew McIntyre. Here is the cover. This could be enough to put Carson away and kick out at 2.
Jeez, I don't know how Carson had enough wherewithal to kick out at 2. I think I remember what I was saying is that, the people may not want to see a count out or a DQ in a champion versus champion match, but sometimes you might have to resort to that if you're actually in the match, as Drew didn't really connect with what he was going for there.
Well, look at this clubbing blow right to the chest. It seems like Drew has really been targeting that chest area there of Carson Gum. You debilitate the opponent enough, makes it difficult to breathe as, whoa, nice reversal there by Carson. The double arm hook reversed into the arm drag.
Oh, is he looking to hit a power bomb outside the ring?
Way.
Oh, gosh.
No whisper target found.
Down with the shoulder. Carson Gum in full control out now. That was a very impressive reversal, and now they're ringside. The punishment's going to be even more so a headbutt.
Gosh! Glasgow kiss on the button. Carson's eyes just rolled back in his head.
Drew may not care whether or not the crowd wants a count out
Not
when if he hits
again!
this, oh.
I think the back of Carson's head may have bumped the ring apron on the way down.
I mean, first there was the Glasgow kiss, and now this. They're going to get into the ring as the referee, Ernest Wright, reaches a count of 8. That time it connected. The diving forearm. Carson's foot is on the rope. Oh, no.
Oh, man. We know what's
the
coming
countdown.
here. Oh, Carson may regret getting up to his feet. Claymore!
Good night.
Whiplashes off those turnbuckles as well. McIntyre into the cover and picks up the victory tonight at Resistance.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Carson put up a great fight against the Scottish Warrior, but you got the sense after Drew hit that pile driver, that was the turning of the tide, and he capped it off. Up next, it's mixed match tag team action. Kyle Matthews will team with Liv Morgan against the Judgment Day.
The following is scheduled for one fall. All the way to the ring, Dominic Mysterio and Roxanne Perez, the Judgment Day.
Well, as we get ready for mixed tag team action here tonight, we want to welcome Dylan Pote back here to the commentary table. Nice of you to show up here in support of your hero, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I think you're at the wrong card there, buddy. But nonetheless, glad to be back again. Sorry for that, but could be an interesting matchup we got here going on. The Judgment Day here with Dominic Mysterio and Roxanne Perez going to have a matchup here against Liv Morgan and Kyle Matthews. Definitely interesting situation we got here between these two teams.
And their opponents, first from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Night
was
it
just-
has been so far.
Yeah, it was what, this past Saturday night that we saw history as two YEW wrestlers went at it in one-on-one action with Liv Morgan against Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan coming over here to FWE looking for a tag team partner to take on Dominic Mysterio and Roxanne Perez after being taken out of the Judgment Day. Kyle Matthews made his way down to ringside, so he will team with Liv Morgan tonight, and I'll bet they really had to twist Kyle's arm to team up with Liv Morgan.
I'm sure he could not wait, could not resist.
At a PLE called Resistance.
Thrill Seeker. Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 197 pounds, Kyle Matthews.
Getting
Kyle
major
Matthews.
Vegeta vibes from this outfit.
Yeah.
as an avid Dragon Ball fan as well, I can appreciate this outfit. But he looks ready to go. He looks Liv Morgan to take on the Judgment Day. What do you guys think is going to happen in this match? What do we expect to see?
Honestly, I'm not sure. We've not really seen Kyle in tag team action. His World Seekers partner, Dylan Young's been involved in some other stuff here the last couple of months. So
Yeah, don't remind me.
yeah.
He's been pretty occupied, it sounds like. Oh, this
Dylan, if you're not familiar with the story, I'll kind of give you and the fans a refresher here. Dylan was involved in that Elimination Chamber match back at Mortal Kombat, that PLE that was our last PLE before Paramount. Dylan did not earn his way into the chamber match. He attacked Jack Sparrow and forced his way inside the Elimination Chamber and basically devoted the next month or so to screwing me out of title opportunities.
Sounds like a lot happened in that short span of time.
Dylan got his comeuppance from both Jack and from Jack Sparrow. Saw Jack Sparrow defeat Dylan Young in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. He then further defeated him inside the Escape the Brig match. And to kind of answer your question here, I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly if this is more so just the opportunity to team with Liv Morgan for Kyle, or the fact that he really does not like Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
We'll say it's a little bit of both.
Possibly. One thing that we should mention as well, this being a mixed tag team match, the women wrestle the women, the men wrestle the men. So as soon as you saw Kyle was tagged into the matchup, that immediately made Dominic Mysterio legal.
But another thing as well, we see in tag team action, individuals run in and break up those pinfalls. The women can run in to break up the pinfalls that the men have. The men cannot run in to break up the pinfalls on the women. That would be a disqualification as well.
So hopefully Kyle is aware of the rules. I know he's not usually over here very often, but nonetheless, hopefully got a rundown with Liv beforehand. But he's laying into Mysterio right now, throwing the elbows there in the corners. We got a pin in the middle of the ring.
Shoulders are down.
Dominic.
Kick out at 2 by Dom.
You know, you think about it here too. The last time that we've seen Kyle Matthews in an FWE ring was back, as I mentioned, in that battle for the Cruiserweight title against Carson Gum at Fallout.
Goodness, Roxanne.
He was ready to get back in the ring to go after Liv. She taunts the crowd now. But don't want to turn your back to Liv because she'll take advantage of it.
Just like that. Cover in off the reverse DDT of some kind there.
I think that was Edge-O-Matic back in the day. Edge used to do that quite a bit.
Oh, and now Liv.
Look out. Kyle has to get out of the way. I'm sure he would have been happy to catch his
I think he would have too.
Oh, man.
Guillotine on the top.
He was there to make the catch, but she'll quickly kip back up. Again, a reminder, you see the graphic right there, a couple days' time, January 25th, 2026, that'll be the YEW Royal Rumble PLE.
Oh, what a right hand, good lord. Of course, we saw Roxanne Perez, Dominic Mysterio make their way to ringside in support of Raquel Rodriguez on our last episode of FWE Extra, as this crowd here in Detroit letting Dominic know what they think of him.
Ooh.
Even though the crowd's not on his side, he still is showing off his athleticism. He definitely comes through and runs in the family for sure.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero would be proud.
Speaking of Eddie,
there you go.
Here come the three amigos.
Crowd's not really going to go crazy whenever Dom does this move, but nonetheless, still a nice homage to the late great Eddie Guerrero.
Cover in, and Liv Morgan immediately there to break up that pinfall.
Crazy to think about the history between these two, because there was once a time where Liv Morgan would be helping out Dirty Dom.
Now things changed very quickly. It's kind of just the pattern for Dominic Mysterio. Goes from Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan, now to Roxanne Perez. Just maybe we're starting to see a pattern who the real problem is.
Anybody who will give him nuggies.
The chicken nuggies is the key to his heart, I guess.
Ooh.
Interesting dynamic having the ring. Liv Morgan, a multi-time women's champion, with an up-and-coming former NXT women's champion, Roxanne Perez. As I say that, they're both tag out.
The prodigy Liv Morgan there. Of course, as well, let's not forget Liv Morgan coming off that victory against Roxanne Perez. And look at this. Staring down Liv Morgan with this abdominal stretch on Kyle Matthews.
There were probably words said there.
Oh, reverse right there, and like a head scissor there. Get out of that move by Kyle Matthews.
Oh, Kyle went for the back elbow, missed.
We know one thing for a fact: there's no quitting Kyle Matthews, and We know one thing for a fact with Dominic Mysterio, he will try to weasel his way out of anything.
He was able to weasel his way out of that cover right there, but
Quick switch in for the female wrestlers are back at it again.
Not sure what either one of them were going for, but I'm not sure that either move
Oh,
connected.
look out. Remember, Dom can't interfere in this situation. There's a DQ there. He got out of the way.
Morgan with the Irish whip off the ropes. Roxanne.
well, Roxanne responded nicely. She stole her own momentum. You saw that kick from Liv. It looked like she was maybe trying to deliver that kick to Roxanne's head or somewhere, but it didn't connect. So Liv with a reversal. Roxanne may have been a little too jumpy. There's a Fez press. Look at the shots to the head.
Raining those rights in, and I don't think that hardly any of them were blocked. All of them caught Liv flush. Nice drop kick there from Liv Morgan, and now Roxanne Perez is down.
Kick connected as well. Liv calling for Roxanne to get to her feet.
Not afraid of a little trash talking as Liv Morgan.
Neither is Roxanne, though.
Oh, big stomp right to the gut. Here's the tag. Dominic back in with Kyle, and Kyle just gonna mow Dominic down.
No motion wasted, no time wasted for Kyle. Has Dirty Dama up and drops him across the knee multiple times, and now
Ragdolling in there.
tossing him around. That's really disorienting.
Oh, what a
Great by Kyle
slam!
Matthews.
The strength.
Oh, look at this. Might be looking for that package pile driver.
Oh, there it is.
Scores
Another
it.
one head.
Cover
This could be
in.
it.
Is this gonna be it? Roxanne Perez running to break it up and does it too.
That was about 2.999 right there.
That was so fast. I'm honestly not even sure if she broke that up or if Dom kicked out. Either way, it was 2.9.
You hear the crowd, the "This is wrestling" chant.
Tag team wrestling, I believe, is the chant.
Something to do with the wrestling. DDT. Liv Morgan with the cover here on Roxanne Perez. She was able to put away Raquel Rodriguez this past Saturday night on FWE Extra. Would love to get a pinfall over Roxanne Perez, but now tags Kyle Matthews back in.
I mean, when you're at the PLE, it just means that much more. Oh, look at this roll up.
Playing
Little Lion
possum here.
cheating, stealing. What?
Oh, the ref is not
What?
counting. I'm not sure what that was about. Pretty sure these two are the legal
Yeah,
ones in the ring.
like he was motioning something there. Didn't go for the count. That was odd.
Counted at all.
Referee Ernest Wright's not been
entirely sure.
feeling well, it seems like, these last couple of months. I don't know what's going on with him.
Oh, powerball onto the apron.
I mean, he's
Or
eaten
the
multiple
floor.
Hurricane Ranas and other attacks to the head, so.
Oh! I'm going to gut first into those steel steps here as the action on the outside. Referee Ernest Wright already up halfway in that 10 count.
I'm not sure Kyle even cares right now.
Got to get back in the ring here.
Up to a count of 7. Kyle has Dama up. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, referee at a count of 9. Is this
This
going to
is
be
Oh,
it?
look at this.
No, don't go for the tag. Oh,
Oh!
my goodness.
Oh,
That just
big
stopped the 10
mistake.
count.
That completely stopped the 10 count. That
Oh my
would've been the match.
gosh.
What a big mistake by Kyle Matthews. I'm not sure what was he thinking. Oh man, I hope that doesn't come back to bite them.
He's kind of hoping that Liv Morgan can finish the job right here, and he better hope that she can, because that would have been the match. There's no way Dom is going to get back inside the ring before the 10 count.
Speaking of Dom, what in the world is he doing over there?
I'm
on
not
that side?
sure. Oh, double knees.
Oh,
Modified code breaker there by Liv Morgan. Is that going
Dom's
to be
out of
enough
play.
to put Roxanne away?
Oh.
oh, the springboard. Oh, look
Oh,
at this
here we
little
go.
head scissor.
Even Liv Morgan does that, spinning head scissors. We see that all the time in
No. Been watching a
WWE.
lot of FWE tape.
Uh-oh.
Oblivion.
Oh, there it is. Right in the
This is
center
what
of the
she
ring.
used to put Raquel away on Saturday night. Can she put Roxanne away?
Oh.
Yes.
Man, that almost was a disaster there for the.
Cheap shot by Dom after it, too.
And Kyle Matthews and Liv Morgan, it's a lucky break there after what happened a second ago. It almost cost them the match potentially, but nonetheless, Kyle's maybe living out his fantasy right
His
now.
hands full of
with
Liv Morgan.
Kyle definitely excited, and a great result for him as well. A little questionable decision to make that tag at the end, but he does so anyway. We've got an epic fatal four-way between the mid-card holders in FWE and YEW coming up after this break.
Clash on Coruscant, sparks in the air, blades ignite, and no one's spared. The towers tremble, the ground will shake. In the heart of chaos, a legend we make. Take this job and show.
The following is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Robert.
I don't know about you guys, but this has been maybe one of the matchups I've been looking the most forward to here as we get ready to see the mid-card title holders from both FWE and YEW take each other on in a fatal four-way. Robbie Gilman, the current DC Comics Intercontinental Champion here in FWE, very quickly approaching Michael Norman's record-holding reign with that belt.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Yes, I am back. Yes, The Undertaker will pay for that, but it'll come at a different time.
We understood you were getting a little bit of medical attention backstage.
Yeah, my back of my head hit the mat pretty hard. I wanted to make sure I was all right.
Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds.
But at least I still fared better than this other guy sitting next to me here.
Intercontinental Champion,
Finn Balor, the current YEW Intercontinental Champion, but he may not be at the conclusion of YEW Royal Rumble, as in 3 days' time he will put that IC title on the line in a triple threat match against Ludwig Kaiser and our very own Jack Mitchell.
We'll have to see what happens here. In a
I
fatal
look forward to
four-way,
that
anything,
matchup.
in a fatal four-way, anything is possible.
Been interesting here tonight. We've only had, I believe now, it's only one title that's on the line. That's our upcoming main event. A lot of these matchups here this evening have been really just for pride for the different organizations. In this one here, you gotta wonder, will we see maybe the two representatives holding the YEW belts work together against the individuals holding the FWE belts, or will it truly be every man for themselves?
I feel like when there's no title on the line, every man for themselves is kind of the approach that you want to take, but you really just never know what kind of intentions are behind everybody's moves in this matchup. Although I've kind of got an idea of the next guy who's about to come out.
representing the Thrill Seekers from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, Dylan Young.
Dylan Young has held gold here in FWE. 3 times has held the Tri-Wizard Championship and holds the United States Championship over in YEW, a belt that he was able to win from Jacob Fatu. And we understand his first defense of that title will be at YEW WrestleMania, where he will take on his idol, his hero, CM Punk.
That should be a very fun matchup to watch, but of course, you know, I'd be remiss to talk about my history in the ring with Dylan Young. Obviously, he's a man who I held respect for, but again, after I took him down for the Tri-Wizard Championship, I would have happily accepted a rematch. If he wanted to invoke that rematch clause, I would have been down for it. Instead, we saw the underhanded tactics that he had to resort to, and this is where we're at. I did take care of business at Fallout, though.
That's why he's part of the family. It's all about the family.
It's all about Dylan.
Family.
There's your boy there, Michael.
He's come a long way since joining the family.
Won the United States Championship from Gaston, has held it ever since, holding off challengers from the like of Hagrid at Paramount. And then, of course, revisiting the rivalry with Ernie the Keebler Elf and able to take him down yet one more time, but this time with that title belt on the line. And we'll have to get our statisticians on there, but Matt McIntyre may have, at least be closer, may have surpassed Nick Gunther and Gaston for longest reigning United States champion here in FWE.
And we're not surprised, man.
Family.
I mean, Michael's, you pointed out multiple times, this has been a heck of a run for Matt McIntyre. And I mean, we've seen the opponents that he's been able to defeat for that title as well. We saw him have that matchup against Hagrid at Paramount. I don't remember who else he's defended against. I'd have to go back and check the notes, but it's definitely been an impressive showing from this guy so far. Also, most recently, his notorious rival, Ernie the Elf.
Definitely going to be an interesting matchup here to see what these four guys have in store for each other.
4 guys on the commentary table, 4 guys in the ring. Let's do it.
There we go.
Gilvin squaring off with Dylan Young, Matt McIntyre with Finn Balor. Is Finn going for the cover immediately here?
Fatal 4-way rules, so no DQ, no count out. But that means you'll see people run. You have to have eyes in the back of your head in the fatal 4-way. You're going to see people running around to try and break it. What?
Northern Light suplex. Oh my gosh.
See the speed in which he hit that suplex.
A lot of velocity on that move.
My own sentence was interrupted by that. I can't believe he did that as fast as he did.
This.
Looks like a snap. Northern Light.
McIntyre's got himself a kendo stick, all legal in a fatal 4-way match as he turns out the lights of Dylan Young, and Finn Balor going to break that up.
That's not a good way to start the match, getting hit in the head with a kendo stick.
How would you know? When was the last time you had a match?
I don't know. It's the last time you made me dinner.
When was the last time you ran to a wall?
A little bit ago.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
Hope you're all right.
The kitchen sink there with Dylan Young to Finn Balor. Listen, him rolling up to the apron and off into the floor.
Again, no titles on the line here. All these men coming down here with those championship belts, but basically just showcasing that they're holding mid-card titles in the two respective organizations, FWE and YEW.
Just
A lot of pride on the line here, though.
Flying
Definitely a lot of pride.
Robbie Gilvin.
Champion versus champion versus champion versus champion match.
Finn
that
Balor turned inside out.
You know, you kind of think about it, Finn Balor could be the anomaly in all of this, that the other 3 competitors aren't necessarily sure what to expect. I mean, obviously Robbie Gilvin, Matt McIntyre holding title belts here in FWE. Dylan Young is a full-time wrestler in FWE also. Finn Balor, this is his first and up to this point only appearance inside of an FWE ring.
Absolutely. These guys definitely, we're going to have to see how well they've scouted Finn Balor. I think that, like you mentioned, with Dylan being full-time in both promotions, it kind of, you know, it would make sense to assume that those two would know each other better than anyone else in this matchup.
It's been a hefty schedule lately for Dylan Young. You start to wonder if fatigue starts kicking in for everything he does. He's basically fighting like every day of the week.
I can tell you firsthand it absolutely does.
Look out. Kendo stick again. Courtesy of Robbie Gilvin.
Just shatters
Neckbreaker
that
on the
kendo
inside of the
stick
ring, though.
across his body.
Meanwhile, inside the ring, Matt McIntyre is taking it to Finn Balor. Maybe the opportunity to take advantage while the other 2 are outside the ring to maybe get a quick move in to get a pinfall attempt.
I mean, the only rule in this matchup is that. Oh, look at that. The only rule in this matchup is that
dropping Finn Balor around the back of his head. And
the winning pin or submission has to happen inside the ring. So these guys can basically do whatever they want ringside, but again, you've got to have eyes in the back of your head in this matchup. Anyone can come in at any point to break anything up. Look at that.
He just folded up Finn Balor like a pretzel there.
And here's the thing, I mentioned Finn Balor, much
Over
like Rhea Ripley, they've got titles they have to defend in 3 days' time at YWE Royal Rumble. If you're Finn Balor, do you maybe lay low in this matchup? Maybe pick your spots, not be in the middle of this storm?
Balor obviously answered that question in the negative. He was trying to get involved in that little exchange. Now he goes ringside. Oh, what a kick.
Wow!
That might have knocked Dylan Young's lights out. Oh,
we got a chair.
Look out, chairs flying again. That's typical NFWE.
Yeah, for sure it is. We got
Oh,
super
kick.
kick.
Super
Dangerous
kick.
work environment here.
Falls
Robbie
into
Gilvin.
the cover, does Robbie Gilvin, and Matt McIntyre going to break it up.
Look at the way that Robbie just fell onto Dylan after he hit that super kick. That took so much energy out of him.
Look out here, look out here in front of us. Look at this kendo stick. It's in like 50 pieces in
You
front of
need a
us.
toothpick for your sandwich?
There you
That's
go.
a pretty big one. I mean, you cut open.
Oh, backstabber by Finn.
Oh, Matt breaks the pin up. He was
Missile
ready
drop
for it.
These guys are trying to get involved at every point. I don't think anybody's really thinking about laying low, Seth. I think they're just going all in.
Oh! Was Dylan going for a low blow?
Oh, yeah, look at this. A double team on Matt McIntyre by Finn Balor and Robbie Gilvin. Double DDT.
He absolutely was going for a low blow there on Robbie, but Robbie just barely stepped out of the way.
It's all legal, but he missed.
That was a low shot there by Robbie into Dylan there, maybe below the belt there a second ago. Russian leg sweep by Dylan Young.
All legal, no disqualifications, anything goes. Cover here by Finn Balor.
Quickly broke it up. Look at Dylan.
Uh-oh. Another DDT to Robbie Gilvin. I think that may have busted him open. It's going to take a lot of finessing here to get to the right spot when people aren't looking to get a pinfall at them. It's hard to get a pinfall in a fatal four-way. You just have to have everything kind of fall in line.
Oh!
Well, I guess he didn't want him to do that move.
Dylan
And now
with
he's
a
going
chair.
laying in.
First to the
Hit
back
everybody.
of McIntyre. Going to wipe out everybody. Look out, ref. You might be next.
Smart. There's no DQ. This is legal.
See, that's what I was talking about. You got to clear the ring out to get an opportunity to go for a pinfall, and Dylan did just that.
Might be looking for that small package brainbuster suplex. Got it locked in here. Wrapping the legs. Is this going to be enough? Oh! I thought that was 3. I thought that was 3.
Felt like three.
Very well could have been. That was just how close it was.
There's that Northern Light suplex again.
Again, Dylan just delivering people
Look out.
whiplash on the suplexes.
That was like a Superman, or a forearm, flying forearm right there to the back of the head of Dylan Young by Robbie Gilvin.
Oh!
That
Big
looks like
kick
a
there by
TK.
Robbie. I think he was going for the super kick on Matt McIntyre, who reverses it. Look at that chair in the ring. It's got the skull marks of 3 people.
That chair is... I don't even think anyone should try sitting in that thing. This is insane.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
We know what this might be. Coup de grace. Cover in by Finn and Matt McIntyre right there. Not going to let him even get a 1 count.
It's been a good opportunity for Matt. He could have chucked Finn right out of the ring.
Oh, Matt's looking for the RKO. Matt's looking to get dangerous.
Finn doesn't want to get up.
He reversed it.
Robbie blocked it.
Robbie just took Matt out of the RKO completely. But Young rolls out of the ring.
He's thinking about the 3 most dangerous moves in sports entertainment, and it did not connect. Oh, nice. Not
Nice
really a
arm
scoop
drag.
slam, but power slam, I guess we'll call it, by Finn Balor.
Finn Balor
And going back up
controls
top.
the match.
Is he
We're
going
gonna see a
for it
second
again?
one. There it is. Oh, he missed
Nobody
it.
home.
Oh, Dylan Young went for
Again.
another low blow.
He went for another low blow and it didn't connect. Covers in. This match has been insane.
Oh, look out. Float over
Float
DDT
over.
reversed.
Shots the midsection by Dylan Young.
Man, you gotta keep your head. We gotta keep our eyes all over the place here.
We talked about that he's going to be facing CM Punk at WrestleMania. There's the GTS.
Sleep. But he didn't go for the pin.
I think he might be looking maybe for that or that swanton. Covered by Robbie.
Oh, could you imagine losing the match off your own move to somebody else?
Uh-oh, is he going for another GTS this time?
Finn's going for a ride.
Hits it.
Right to sleep.
Connects. Robbie, the right there to break that one up. It's going to come down to these 2, I think.
Oh, look out. Oh, the forearm right there by Robbie Gilvin. This is the opportunity you need to take advantage of, Robbie, if you want to win this match while the others are down. Oh, swift punch to the face there.
Well, Robbie's going over to that corner. That could
He's
spell
thinking
bad
about-
news. He's tuning up the
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Look at Matt
Oh.
McIntyre.
What happened?
DDT.
Interrupting
Thinking about a
everybody.
super kick, but Matt was right there.
And here comes Finn Balor back. As Dylan Young
Can never get comfortable in a fatal four-way match.
You gotta pick and choose your moments.
snap suplex by Finn Balor to Matt McIntyre as Dylan Young and Robbie Gilvin are outside the ring going at it.
And up to the top.
Oh, a diving hurricane.
Oh!
I think
I
Dylan
think
Young
Robbie just hit Dylan with his own move. He hit him with a GTS, I think.
I think he did. Knocked his lights out. He is not moving.
Might have been a
Here comes
reverse
Robbie.
GTS, actually, but still.
Whoa!
Oh!
Finn was able to duck that super kick.
Watch behind you, though. That move can strike at any second, and he may be getting ready to
Front
tune
again.
the band. Uh-oh, here
Or
comes
maybe
Dylan.
not.
Oh!
Going for the low blow again.
Dylan's
He's
aim's
not
very-
connecting on those low blows. That would
I don't-
totally incapacitate someone.
Dylan's aim's has not been looking very good today.
He might be a little drunk in the ring or something.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh.
this is not going to help.
Tuning up the band.
As Matt is outside the ring cheering him on.
Hits it. Super kick connects. Covered by Robbie, and Matt's going to break it up.
The ref over here did not get in position very quick. Oh my goodness, just knocked
Matt
his
was
head
to take
off.
full advantage of this.
Finn Balor back into the ring as well, choking out Dylan Young.
But Naps just, he snapped the neck there by Matt McIntyre. But now
match
he's got to
has
do
gone
with
on.
Finn Balor.
For such a long time, it really feels like we're in territory now where one move is going to be all it takes.
Might be looking at
that's
drop kick
Finn.
in the
Oh, yeah.
corner. Oh!
Oh, Dylan Young may
Ran
have
into Dylan.
grabbed him there.
RKO! RKO from Matt. Can he capitalize? He's got the arm draped over. Dylan doesn't see it. Now he does.
Dylan.
The ref is just not reacting very quickly to these guys. I'm sure they're getting very annoyed by this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Roll
whoa!
up by Finn.
Matt's right there.
Robbie's taking advantage outside the ring to rest a little bit. These four are taking a beating.
You'd think a title was on the line right now, but it's
a
not.
snap half
Honestly.
suplex right there. Dropping Finn
say
right
it's
on his
just-
neck.
You say it's just pride on the line, but these guys are fighting like it's their last night ever in
yeah.
WWE.
Oh, we got a
Covers
pin.
in.
Matt with the cover here on Matt. Dylan into the ring and just barely going to break
2
it
and a
up.
half. See what Dylan's going to do here in the corner. Uh-oh. Oh, going for
Working
the
on the
leg.
leg.
Matt McIntyre.
Kind of wondering what Dylan's thoughts are. I mean, he's tried to go for a low blow, what, 3 times in this matchup?
Yeah,
Nothing's
keyword
connected.
tried.
Tried. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
completely
turned
agree.
up the band.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
Dylan said, what?
Dylan's standing right in the way.
Oh, he stopped the sweet chin music.
It's like, I dare you to try.
And that's what happens when you have a lot of people in the ring. You can't really ever hit your move. You got to like pick and choose, load the gun, but where
Here
are
we
you
go.
shooting?
Oh, look
we
at
got a
this.
quick pin.
Clothesline. Is that going to be enough? Matt McIntyre looking to maybe break it up. He
No.
didn't. Not in time.
I think fatigue probably kicked in this match, and Dylan Young was there at the right place at the right time.
Not surprising that fatigue that you talk about. Dylan Young, who we saw try and fail 3 different low blows, able to steal a victory here just barely before Matt was able to break it up. But up next, RJ Bishop, he's cashing in his All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal wish. He takes on the Incredible Hulk for the FWE Tri-Wizard Champion, and we're going to have a special guest referee from the YEW roster. Our main event is next.
Following contest is a special guest referee match and is for the Men's World Championship.
Well, we were told this referee will maintain law and order in this matchup. Who is it?
Oh my God.
Well, I guess the law has been put down. I don't
Seth?
get after their person.
Seth, give me a hell yeah.
Oh my gosh! There can only be one when the glass breaks. It's the rattlesnake.
The only one so far to have beaten me in an open challenge.
Kind of a little salty there, Michael. You want to talk about it?
Just a little bit, actually.
Well,
I've got some
anyway.
business. I've got some business to take care of. I'm gonna head to the back here and I'm gonna take care of some business for the family.
Okay, well, I won't save the seat, I guess. Anyway, now that we're a three-man band, I guess you could say. So we got Stone Cold Steve Austin here. I mean, this is crazy.
This place is going nuts.
I don't think they were expecting to
exploded.
see this man here tonight.
I mean, the minute you hear that glass shatter, you know exactly what kind of reaction it's going to get. You know exactly who's coming out of that entrance ramp. This is incredible.
I don't think that all these fans thought, all the fans here at FWE were going to see Stone Cold Steve Austin tonight, but man, it's going to be a crazy main event.
I mean, how do you think these guys feel here, RJ Bishop and Hulk, knowing that it's Stone Cold Steve Austin that's going to be refereeing their matchup?
Might change the mentality ever so slightly, but at the end of the day, the goal remains the same. The FWE Tri-Wizard World Championship is going to be on the line. RJ Bishop, of course, qualifying for this matchup, having won the All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal match, Royal Rumble style match with 29 other participants.
It's been quite an interesting story when you look at RJ Bishop's tenure here in FWE. Started out teaming up with Nick Gunther, Team Vicious and Delicious, multi-time tag team champions. Then we had that heated rivalry, that war if you want to call it, between RJ as he went to the dark side as the Bugger Man against Nick Gunther. We saw him kind of written off TV for a while as he was dealing with some injuries. He made his return in a big way, put himself in the Intercontinental Championship matchup at Paramount, and now, to your point, Jack, after on Christmas Day defeating 29 other superstars in an over-the-top rope battle royal, gaining a Christmas wish of whatever he wants, he put his challenge down, he stood face-to-face, or as best you can, with the Hulk, and has challenged him tonight for the Tri-Wizard title.
Just crazy to think about the career trajectory. I mean, there was a time where we felt like Vicious and Delicious were an absolutely unbeatable tag team, and then that all completely fell apart. RJ came out on the non-victorious end of that saga that he had with his former tag team partner Nick Gunther that ended in a, I believe, last man standing match.
As a first-time commentator and like being here at FWE, I just have to ask this very easy, glaring question: how do you defeat the Incredible Hulk?
It's not
With a
necessarily
gun? I don't know.
I mean, asking the real questions here. So I'm just trying to think, what is RJ going to do to defeat somebody like this?
This is a guy who, you know, I would love to have a straight-up one-on-one with Hulk at some point in the future, because the last time he fought me, well, the first last time he fought me, he cashed in on me with his Money in the Bank briefcase at Fallout after I had gone through a war with Dylan Young. And then we had that one-on-one match at Saturday Night in Springfield, and, well, Thanos showed up, and you've seen what that's come to. So, I don't know. I feel like to beat Hulk, it's just another one of those conversations. I always talk about this with Seth all the time, is that you've just got to outmaneuver, out-hustle, outthink the bigger man, and you can come out victorious.
Hulk was sitting on that Money in the Bank briefcase for a long, long time, picked his moment, cashed in. We also have to document here, Jack, that it was just about a week ago that RJ Bishop lost a match against Thor, the tag team partner of Hulk. Does that get in his head here heading into this title match tonight?
I feel like he's got to be thinking about that just a little bit, and Hulk was ringside for that one as well. He basically said, "You soften him up for me."
Let's head down to Mike Rome for the announcement of tonight's main event from Resistance.
Introducing the challenger from Tucson, Arizona, weighing in at 236 pounds, RJ Bishop! And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 600 pounds, the men's world champion,
This is not the first time that RJ Bishop and Hulk have faced off against each other. Hulk and Thor at one time took on Vicious and Delicious in tag team action with the tag team titles on the line, but RJ has to go it alone, and I have to feel, to play off of how RJ even got this title opportunity, if he's able to defeat the Hulk here tonight, if he's able to walk out of Resistance with the Tri-Wizard Championship, it will be, in every sense of the word, a Christmas miracle.
Absolutely.
Hey, I remember that saying.
I remember it too. That's why I said it with you here at the desk.
I appreciate it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the special guest referee. You got to wonder how much leeway is he going to allow in this type of a matchup.
He is not going to take any BS from either of these guys.
Quick
Quick
pin.
cover, quick count. Kick out by one at Hulk.
I mean, the one that I see from this situation, RJ should have the speed advantage, and he's going to have to use that as much as he can and go for some quick pins here, but we all know this is going to take a lot more than that to keep Hulk down.
Trying to get a couple of early pins here against Hulk. Got a 2 count there in the early going of this matchup, according to Stone Cold. You know, you kind of consider these two coming into this matchup here as well. You mentioned about RJ's loss to Thor. Hulk has a victory in recent weeks over Thanos. So right now, the momentum would be in the favor of the champion.
That's a fantastic point. We'll give it one final plug since the graphic is on the screen. The YEW Royal Rumble coming up in a few days' time, January 25th. There's a link to that in the description. Hulk gonna go for a power bomb.
Maybe onto the apron.
Oh!
Look out, he's not done.
Ragdolled him into it a second time.
We've seen that before plenty of times. It's brutal.
We're in the city of Detroit. That was almost Tiger-esque swing with RJ as the bat. One thing I did notice there, guys, when that action went to the outside, hold on. Cover here by Hulk to retain the title here tonight, and a kick out at 1, but I did notice when that action went to the outside, Stone Cold took a little bit of extra time before he started the 10 count.
He did. You know, I almost feel like he just wanted to see this one play out. He wants to see a real winner of this matchup. He doesn't want to see it decided by a pinfall submission.
Backdrop onto the apron. That's about the second time there that RJ has felt the wrath of the apron.
Oh, did you see Hulk?
He was ragdolled.
Hulk was trying to gain the favor of the crowd there. RJ went for a grabbing move, and Hulk just shoved him off.
Well, I don't think RJ is going to win in a test of strength match with the Hulk. I mean, this is definitely a tall task for him to overcome tonight. He's just going to have to figure out a strategy here.
Think of it is here too, we kind of documented this, I think it was last week, was, you know, I'm not even going to bother to ask what type of tendencies Hulk has, if he's face, if he's heel, if he's in between, or if he just doesn't care. But he's a member of the Avengers, as we're up to kind of 7, Hulk back inside the ring. You know, he's got Thor as his tag team partner. You got Sam Wilson as a member of the Avengers. RJ's got no one. He used to have Nick, but that alliance is completely gone as a kick out at 2 by RJ. RJ has nobody to call upon. If he's going to win this Tri-Wizard Championship, he's going to have to do it all by himself.
It sounds like he has the crowd on his side as well. I mean, that may be what gets him over the edge here, but you're right. He is a one-man show right now against the Hulk, and Hulk is definitely bringing it to him right now as he shows off his strength.
I feel like at the same time, though, if you're Hulk, I mean, we saw he was a little bit frustrated because Thanos interfered with that match. I mean, it was to his benefit that the matchup that I had with him. It was to his benefit, but at the same time, it's like,
look at the fury.
You got to do this yourself. It's the world title. It's a one-on-one match. You don't need to rely on help from anybody else.
Here comes a head scissor takedown again by RJ Bishop.
Keeping his foot on the throttle here, not allowing an opening for Hulk as he'll soar with the splash. Is this going to be enough to be able to win the title? And look how Hulk just pushes RJ off.
A 1 count only.
RJ trying to add his name to that rather short list as cover here off of the moonsault attempt there. Actually, the shooting star press, standing shooting star press, and now a Spanish fly. Another cover.
Hands in the rope right there.
Yep,
Stone
good
Cold
call there by the
pointed out.
referee, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Another standing shooting star.
RJ trying to add his name to the list of Dylan Young,
To this.
Hulk, King Candy, Shaggy, and our own Jack Mitchell as a Tri-Wizard champion here in FWE.
Look at the momentum is switched now to the challenger as he takes him down with a Hurricane Run. Another pinfall.
Cover in.
Oh man, that was a little bit of a quick count there from Stone Cold Steve Austin, but
Springboard
a
moonsault
little
there.
kick out. Oh, RJ,
Into the corner here.
look out. He's thinking about
He's
putting this
setting
thing
up
away.
for that patented cheeseburger slider.
Oh!
Is this going to be it? Is RJ going to be the new Tri-Wizard champion? He did it!
Oh my goodness.
He may have knocked the Hulk out with that kick.
Say it, Dylan!
It's a Christmas miracle! I'm shocked. I did not think that was it. He was getting destroyed most of that match, and out of nowhere, the kick to the head, it was over. I mean,
Got
knocked
himself
the
a new
champ
world
lights
champion
out.
at the end of the night.
Unbelievable. RJ Bishop will begin 2026 atop the mountain as the Tri-Wizard champion here in FWE. Congratulations to him. Guys, what an incredible night here this evening. The crossing of the lines between YEW and FWE.
Absolutely incredible. This was a fantastic PLE all around. Great stuff. Thank you very much to YEW for involving us in this one.
Absolutely. Thanks for letting me tag along. It was an adventure for sure. My first time around here. Hopefully not the last.
What will this have in store for YEW? We've got their Royal Rumble PLE coming up in 3 days' time on January 25th. And we'll see you next Thursday for the next episode of FWE. Good night.